7 months.
And today we're going to tell you all about how we met.
Dayon and I first met at church at Mount Zion. Now the interesting part about this story is I started going back to church in January 2009. I never forget it.
I'd say we met at church, right? There was a group of friends and he just showed up out of the blue. I don't know where.
Now we had similar friends, and she went to the same church. I never seen this woman a day in my life.
One day they were like, oh hey, this is Mo. And I'm like, oh hey, cool. Another black guy, at church, nothing surprising there.
I seen her in the lobby of Mount Zion, and I was by Reggie and Philip. They are my witnesses. And I said, who is that? And I was like, oh, that's just Dayon. I said, who, Dayon? They said, yeah. I said, like, y'all go out with her? Y'all talk to her? And they said, no, we don't. She's just cool. I said, y'all stupid.
All of these people in our friend group kept coming up to me like, oh, Mo really likes you, Mo likes you. And I was thinking, how immature is this that all of these other people are coming up to me saying, here's this boy that likes me, and he hasn't said anything. So I just kind of, disregarded it.
I said, y'all have to introduce me to her. So, they went over, introduced me. It was short and sweet, but when I seen her, I knew that was my wife, right? And the evidence is we married right now.
Eventually he came around and said that he was interested in me, and my immediate response was boundaries, right? Because I had been trained in boundaries. So I said, okay, here's the deal. We can only hang out in groups. We can't talk past a certain time. And I kind of laid down the law, right? You might say, which I thought for sure would scare him away, right? There's no way this random guy is going to be into me after I tell him all the things that I'm not going to put up with. I
could not believe no one was pursuing this young lady, trying to talk to her. God was all over her. And it was just like, oh my, you gotta be crazy. Introduce me. I heard God instantly.
There was a lot of flirting, he called it, but I thought it was weird, right? I remember times we'd be out evangelizing in my group of friends, and he'd say, oh, can you hold my Bible? And I was, sure. And I'd hold it, oh, I like the way you hold my Bible. What is that? That's so corny, but he explained to me, I didn't know how to flirt with a church girl, so that's what I said.
I wasn't looking for a relationship, I was focused on ministry, and I instantly heard God and said, that's her. I ain't know her, I did not know her at all. Never seen her a day in my life. She could have been anybody, but she was just just right.
Yeah, and so there was a mutual friend of ours, Philip, who tricked us into exchanging numbers. And then after that, I think the rest is kind of history. So that's the story of how Mo and I met. We're the Brooks.
You've been watching
Precision's 14 Days of Love.
We've been watching.
Wait, how do you know we're starting over all over again? I thought we were just going.
No, so look.
Okay.
We're the Brooks together. Then I'll say, you've been watching, and then you will say, 14.
Precision, 14 Days of Love.
Right.
It didn't sound right when we said it together?
But I don't think I could really
Okay, that's fine.
say it together.
Okay.